Okay, I'm joining me now is Mr. Shashi Tharoor. Mr. Tharoor, first of all, a huge political controversy which has arisen over the PFI issue over there. Your first reactions to that?
Well, I reacted on the spot as soon as it happened because my concern was that I've stood against communalism all my political life and indeed before I got into politics. But communalism is not only practiced by one community. If anyone on the other side also behaves in a communal way and says irresponsible or dangerous things, then it seems to me it needs to be condemned equally, and that's exactly what I said. This kind of hate-filled speech should be prohibited, whoever makes it, and against whoever it's directed. It's not about which party you are, which religion you belong to. It's about what you say. This is a country and a society where people must learn to live together. And frankly, majority communalism is bad, and minority communalism is also bad.
This is something which comes back to hit the Congress party again and again, and you're always, by you I mean your party, is often accused of being soft on the whole Hindutva agenda, and yet going into this whole narrative because you people are supposed to hate the BJP and RSS so much.
Look, I can say very, very clearly that as far as the Popular Front of India is concerned, it has nothing to do with the Congress party. In fact, apart from me, the leader of the opposition in the state legislative assemblies, also from the Congress party, denounced the same thing on the same day. In other words, there is very much a perception that these people think they can get away with anything because the atmosphere of the state is very liberal and progressive. But the truth is that for us, there are limits. And ultimately, the people of the state have lived together harmoniously for millennia. We don't want that to change. And we don't want to be changed from either side of the debate.
Okay, I'm just going to come back to the debate you're talking about, this whole Mandir, Masjid, Gyanvapi, and it is spreading elsewhere also. The Qutub Minar for that matter. Today they're talking about Hyderabad, Mangalore and so on and so forth.
I find this absolutely preposterous. I mean, to my mind, the Places of Worship Act was a good law. Back in 1991, they said, okay, Ram Janmabhoomi is a pending case from before independence. But otherwise, the India we've inherited on August 15, 1947, let's leave it in peace, let's not disturb it. If some place is at one time something else, is some other time something else, let it be. We have more important things to do. We have to focus on the future, not the past.
It's a question of astha, it's a question of faith. How do you tell the Hindus, for example, in a Gyanvapi mosque case, that, okay, let it be? And isn't this the kind of politics which actually hurts the Congress party eventually?
I hope not, because as far as I'm concerned, we have let it be for 300 years. I mean, the point is, when do you stop? See, ultimately, the issue is not this. The issue is something wrong may have happened in 1700. In the case of the Babri Masjid, something wrong may have happened in 1526. Is 2022 the time to rectify it? Why would you want to cause hurt to people who are blameless for the original wrongdoing? You cannot revenge yourself upon history, Pallavi. History is its own revenge. And the truth is that in many, many ways, the India of today is not the India of those days. For us to fight the battle of those days today is an act of supreme folly. We have so many more important things to worry about. We have the world's record unemployment, India's record unemployment. We have a record high level of inflation. We have people suffering daily privations. Food is becoming unaffordable to the lower middle class in this country. I've been saying this now on social media for some weeks. These are matters in which the government must intervene. I'm pleased the government has actually taken some steps to cut back on the extortionate taxes which they have raised systematically over the years. Ultimately, let's leave these things alone. Let's the country just move along in a way that is focused on the betterment of the lives of our own citizens. You're not going to scratch wounds that have healed, make them bleed again, and think your country is going to prosper. It's not.
Okay. Thank you so much for speaking.